Hello everybody, what is up? It is your girl Alicia coming back with another video. We're going to be talking about the charts, kind of going over what I saw this morning, what I was expecting, and yes, we are trading the NAS. I know, crazy. Part of me is like, am I switching because the ES isn't working, or am I switching because of something else? Like, I was still kind of contemplating on like why I've decided to switch to the NASDAQ, but all I know is I'm gonna give it a shot. From now on, most of the videos are gonna be talking about the NAS, gonna be trades that I take on the NASDAQ, or essentially just like what I see on the NASDAQ. Yes, your girl has switched over. Yes, I know, crazy. I didn't think I would, but here we are. So we're going to talk about the NASDAQ today. Let's jump into the charts. I'm going to do an overview of what I saw, what I was looking for, and essentially a trade that we did take, kind of. Perfect. All right, let's get started, shall we? But before I do, cheers to all you beautiful, beautiful humans out there. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you get something from this video. So, cheers. This one's for you. All right, let's dive on in. We're gonna start on the daily time frame. As we can see on the NASDAQ, we took out this low, had that nice run lower, kind of didn't break that market structure before pushing higher last week, breaking this high, these highs, and making an all-time high. Then at the beginning of this week on Monday, we traded higher. We were unable to take out these highs. We then had Tuesday down move, Wednesday a down move, and today we've just kind of been inside the previous day's candle, which is totally fine. You know, I kind of wanted to see a little bit of a move higher to potentially move lower for Friday, but it is NFP week, so we don't really like trading these days. And yeah, we're just watching the market, seeing what it's willing to offer us. Plus, I'm super new to the NASDAQ. I used to trade the NASDAQ before. I switched to ES and now I'm switching back to the NASDAQ. So I'm kind of still learning things about it, the way it moves, like what we are looking for essentially. So because of that, we're just taking it slow. But I did want to see the market move a little bit higher today before moving lower potentially. And because we're session-based traders, we don't really go for those daily key levels, but I do like going for hourly levels or pre-market opens, close. Yes. All right, let's jump down to the 4-hour. All right, so yesterday we actually came down to this 4-hour order block right here. And then we had that nice little reaction higher off of it. So I wanted to see the market continue to respect this 4-hour order block. We did fill in this 4-hour fair value gap yesterday, and now we kind of were consolidating a bit. We'll jump down to the 1-hour because you'll see this 1-hour fair value gap more clearly, but we did have like this 4-hour order block that I wanted to see continue to be respected. We'll drop down to the 1-hour time frame. Beautiful. So the 1-hour fair value gap I was looking at is over here. The reason I was looking at it was because we have already seen somewhat of a respect of this level. So I wanted to see it continue to respect it. Plus we had that 4-hour order block in confluence with this 1-hour fair value gap. But if we look closer, we actually have this kind of inversion fair value gap too on the 1-hour time frame. And it aligns with this 1-hour fair value gap so well. So I just kind of wanted to watch this area and see the market trade higher off of it and continue to push into potentially like this new day opening gap here and the previous day's opening range gaps. So we'll see. It did move a little higher, but we did eventually come back down, and now we're just still in that range. Perfect. Let's drop down to the 15. Awesome. So we're now on the 15-minute time frame. Again, we wanted to see that respect of the 1-hour fair value gap, the 4-hour order block. We did come higher. We dropped down lower during London, making that kind of fake due to swing, taking out this low before moving higher. We then seek some consolidation, and then this is a pre-market high. These are very relatively equal, so I was really aiming for this to be targeted this morning. We did move down, and we moved a little bit higher at 8:30. We could not take out this high before moving all the way back down here to that low of the 1 hour fair value gap. So this is actually amazing. I wanted to see this happen because now we have confluence with our higher time frame analysis. We then move higher. We were looking for higher pricing because of our higher time frame analysis. So let's drop down to the 5 minute. Beautiful. All right, so a couple things here. When we made this move lower, we actually saw a setup on the 1 minute time frame, and I'll show you what I mean. But it didn't go into the 1 minute fair value gap we were aiming for, so we kind of had to pivot. And since the market didn't take out these highs, we were looking for it to retrace and then move higher. So let's just keep this 5 minute fair value gap in mind, and I'll show you what I mean when we drop down to the lower time frames. So let's go to the 1 minute. Beautiful. So on the 1 minute, we came down to that low of the 15 minute fair value gap at 10 a.m. So that was perfect. This would have been after the news. We had our break of market structure here, this little shift right here. And then this would have been my entry, except the market did not trade into this area. And I was so sad about it. And before going to these highs. So I'm super upset that it didn't trade down into this area. Please let me know in the comments, like, is this a thing? Does this happen all the time? Like, is this what NAS is doing to me? No, but for real, that was upsetting. So we had to pivot, and since we were looking for a retracement, I took this low to this high. We were looking for that 50% retracement. I did want to get into the market, so I was using this 1 minute fair value gap that was just below the 5 minute fair value gap's consequent encroachment. We did in fact trade down below the 50% retracement level. We did have a nice little stop here at these two little order blocks, which was perfect. So exactly what we wanted to see. We did take some drawdown, but we still managed to trade for a 2R here, came down into this 1 minute fair value gap, took our trade. We stopped right here, which was perfect to see, and then we traded higher, taking out these pre-market highs. So it was a nice little session-based trade, I should say. We didn't go crazy. We weren't aiming for too many highs, but it was really nice to see the market come down into these levels and then move higher into our objective. And then of course, now we do see, after taking that buy side liquidity, we have been moving lower. So again, a nice little session-based trade here. I mean, I'm still new on NAS, so we'll see how it goes, but I thought, hey, I'd share this with you guys, and I hope you got something from this video. I'm gonna end it here. I hope you guys all have an amazing day, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye for now.